Warning: the following content may contain flashing images. There will be graphic content and depictions that some people might find disturbing. Welcome to Haunted Tales. This time, we investigate the origins of Friday the 13th. The superstition surrounding Friday the 13th as an unlucky day is thought to be due to a combination of historical, religious, and cultural origins. Here are some reasons why this day is considered so dangerous. One of the most widely cited reasons for the superstition is that Friday has long been considered an unlucky day, based on the origins of the Bible. In Christian tradition, it is believed that Jesus was crucified on a Friday. Some also associate the day with the biblical story of Eve offering Adam the forbidden fruit, leading to their expulsion from the Garden of Eden. The number 13 has been considered unlucky in various cultures and traditions for centuries. Some people are known to have an irrational fear of certain numbers, known as triskaidekaphobia. Some historians speculate that the aversion to 13 may have originated from ancient Norse mythology, where 12 gods were having a feast and a 13th uninvited guest, Loki, caused chaos and strife. Cultural influences over time has seen the number 13 perpetuated in literature, art, and popular culture. For example, in the 1907 novel Friday the 13th by Thomas W. Lawson, the stock market crashes on a Friday, the 13th, further reinforcing the idea of bad luck associated with this date. Once a superstition takes hold in society, people may start noticing negative events or accidents that occur on Friday the 13th, more than on other days. This is called confirmation bias, which can strengthen the belief that the day is indeed unlucky. One of the earliest events linked to Friday the 13th happened on October 13th, 1307, when French armies rounded up thousands of Knights Templars and tortured them as heretics. Some believe that this was one of the earliest events linked to the foreboding date. On Friday, November 13th, 1829, 10,000 people gathered to watch Sam Patch jump into New York's Genesee River from atop the Genesee Falls. Only weeks earlier, he tried the same stunt diving into Niagara Falls and into the Niagara River and survived. He wasn't as lucky this time. Another connection to 13 dates back to the late 19th century. A New Yorker named Captain William Fowler sought to remove the enduring stigma surrounding the number 13, and particularly the unwritten rule about not having 13 guests at a dinner table, by founding an exclusive society called the 13 Club. The group dined regularly on the 13th day of the month in room 13 of the Knickerbocker Cottage, a popular watering hole Fowler owned from 1863 to 1883. Before sitting down for a 13-course dinner, members would pass beneath a ladder and a banner reading Morituri Te Salutamus, Latin for those of us who are about to die salute you. 4 former US presidents, Chester A. Arthur, Grover Cleveland, Benjamin Harrison, and Theodore Roosevelt, would join the 13 Club's ranks at one time or another. October 13th, 1972. The Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571 was the chartered flight of a Fairchild FH-227D from Montevideo, Uruguay to Santiago, Chile, that crashed into the Andes Mountains. The flight was carrying 45 passengers and crew, including 19 members of the Old Christians Club rugby union team, along with their families, supporters, and friends. 3 crew members and 9 passengers died immediately. Several more died soon afterward due to the frigid temperatures and the severity of their injuries. Perhaps most disturbingly, the survivors of the crash resorted to eating flesh from the bodies of their dead comrades. This decision was not taken lightly, as most of the dead were classmates, close friends, or relatives. One of the survivors, Roberto Canessa, used broken glass from the aircraft windshield as a cutting tool. He set the example by swallowing the first matchstick-sized strip of frozen flesh. Later on, several others did the same. On Friday the 13th of January 2012, the 8-year-old Costa Cruises vessel Costa Concordia was on the first leg of a cruise around the Mediterranean Sea when she deviated from her planned route at Isola del Giglio, Tuscany. She sailed closer to the island and struck a rock formation on the sea floor. This caused the ship to list and then to partially sink, landing unevenly on an underwater ledge. Although a 6-hour rescue effort brought most of the passengers ashore, 33 people died, 27 passengers, 5 crew, and later a member of the salvage team. It's worth noting that not all cultures view Friday the 13th as unlucky. In certain cultures, such as in parts of Asia, the number 13 is considered a lucky number. Different cultures have their own superstitions and beliefs regarding luck and unlucky days. In Chinese culture, numbers can be associated with fortune, prosperity, wealth, or misfortune. There is an abundance of meaning in Chinese numerology when learning the culture of China in contrast to Western culture. These lucky numbers in China date back to the early ancient Chinese history up to its progress to modern society. Lucky numbers and unlucky numbers that represent Chinese people's superstitious beliefs are based on ancient writings and scriptures. Chinese homophones play a huge role in identifying which numbers are considered lucky and unlucky. For that reason, a few numbers with similar pronunciation to words that connotate auspicious meanings are considered to bring luck and fortune. Some people are so terrified that bad happenings will occur, they try anything to avoid it. On Friday, July 13th, 1979, Bob Renfrey decided to stay in bed every subsequent Friday the 13th because of a spate of bad luck he'd suffered on that unlucky day. Such as walking through a plate glass door, getting fired from his job, and putting his wife in the hospital after hitting her in the head with a stick meant for their dog. Another Friday the 13th saw his wife fall down a flight of stairs. Various superstitions are associated with Friday the 13th, such as not walking under ladders, avoiding black cats, or being extra cautious about breaking mirrors, as these are believed to bring bad luck. These superstitions are not exclusive to this date, but can be heightened on this particular day. Most people nowadays associate Friday the 13th with the film franchise, an American horror movie that comprises 12 slasher films, a television series, novels, comic books, video games, and tie-in merchandise. The franchise mainly focuses on the fictional character Jason Voorhees, who was thought to have drowned as a boy at Camp Crystal Lake due to the negligence of the camp staff. While many people may choose to take extra precautions or avoid certain activities on Friday the 13th due to superstition, there is no scientific evidence to support the idea that bad things are more likely to happen on this day. Bad events can occur on any day of the year, and one's belief in superstitions often plays a significant role in their perception of Friday the 13th. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, or if you're feeling devilish, a thumbs down. For more folklore tales and paranormal videos, please consider subscribing and hit the notification bell for new videos when they get uploaded.